a great edition of awesomecallstrading.com. I'm your host today. As always, I'm AJ Trader 7, and I want to welcome you to this great recap review. I do these recaps for the sole purpose of trying to show you not only what we trade in our room, what we look for, and how we trade, but it's mostly for when you're in this room. I like to recap each of the ideas, not each of them, but a majority of them, 7 or 8 of them, why this stock did what. In my line of work, to me, I'm one of these news alert traders, and I'm all about the event, the reason, the earnings, an analyst call, a bio downgrade, phase one, two, or three getting smashed, or FDA approval. Um, you know, I'm really into that. I like to know um, where the stock's going to go before it goes. And if I know that, I can size in. I'm more comfortable with the trade. I'm more confident with it. And you're going to see some trades that you never traded in your chat room, but we had the privy to trade in our room. And it's because we've been doing this for so long. It's amazing amount the retention that we have in Awesome Calls Trading. Because once you're here, you kind of get addicted to the room. And if you're here, at least 2 or 3 months, it becomes an addiction. It becomes like a home. It becomes a place like I got to be in that room. I can't miss a payment. I got to get in there, you know. And when you listen to these webinars from these people that put out, I mean, like Palmer yesterday, in his webinars, he mentions I've been there 3.5 years. Mark Sky's been on and off for almost 4 years. Janny, one of our mods, he's old school with Raphael. These guys have been here for 5 years. 5 years. Imagine that for a second. 5 years in a chat room. I don't know a lot of people that can say that. And then let's not forget the 12, 14 chat rooms that I actually trained and came from here. They were all newbies and, people that were struggling in the market, didn't really know how to day trade. And, I became their daddy, and I kind of helped them along the way and taught them, and then they went off on their own, and whatever they do, they do. But at the end of the day, what Awesome Calls Trading does is we produce leaders. Okay, we don't produce sheep. If you notice, there's a lot of what I find it. When you go around Twitter and you kind of look at the different rooms and how they talk about their people, I want you to do you ever wonder why Awesome Calls Trading gets 100 reviews, gets people to do videos and webinars and recaps, screenshots, P&Ls, talks about the room. You ever wonder, you know, why there's so much love and appreciation of the room? And it's because I treat everyone that walks in the room as a potential leader. They're not sheep to me. People are not sheep. People are people. They're real people trying to make a living, trying to understand. I want to trade stocks. Can you teach me? Can you show me what you've learned and how you've learned and why a stock's going to move? Because if I can learn what you do, I can be successful. But better yet, can you trade with me? I mean, think about that. You're in a live chat room with a gentleman that actually writes up a whole analysis report 30 minutes before the opening bell in front of you, doesn't change a word and stands by it. And then we'll trade off of the list and then produce, and you hear every click, every entry, everything spelled out, what I'm looking for, how I'm looking. So even if you didn't know anything, you could emulate my trades and make a living. Okay? But that's not what we're about. I don't want people just to take my trade and go, okay, that's it. I just made $400 because he said so. I want you to know the reason behind the move. Because if you know why a stock is going to move up or a stock is going to go down and gap fill, you know, there therein lies your money. Because then you size in 100, 200, 300, or you buy options, you buy puts, or you buy calls. I mean, think about it for a second. Think about it. you know? And I mean, my own son, God bless him, he's at Credit Suisse right now. They got him working probably 22 hours a day over there. I shit you not. And this kid, I mean, I told him to buy Boeing at 346. He's still holding. He wants 400. Look at it today. And I told the whole chat room they could have it at that price. And look where he owns it. Right down here. He's almost 380 a share. But there's a lot of people in the room still holding 400 contracts. I mean, this is a beautiful trade. And he's 19. Dad, I need to make money on the side. Can you find me a stock? Buy Boeing. Call Darkside. Tell him how to set it up. But buy Boeing. Get Boeing. Get Boeing. Just buy Boeing. Because, Dad, it's like 340. Buy Boeing. The damn thing's going to go to 400. Okay? And heaven forbid, you know, the FTA, FTC, whatever, they decide to go, okay, planes are released. It's a 450 stock. Have a nice day. All the orders go up. Boom. Boeing's back. I mean, to me, that's an obvious play. But, hey, if you're not in the right room, how are you going to know? Anyway, my point is that this is just when you decide that you want to become a day trader, the first thing you should say to yourself inside is, I want to learn. Do I go learn on YouTube? Do I go learn in a penny stock room? Do I go learn in a small cap room? You know, it's interesting too when you listen to these people talk about their subscribers. It's kind of like they treat them like meat, like they're slabs in a porterhouse. Like, you know, they don't want you smarter than them. I want everyone to be smarter than me. God, that'd be amazing. You know, I'd be being told what to do. What's your trade? What do you got? It'd be so awesome to sit there and just what? And it's sometimes it's like this. And I wanted to start today's webinar with a trade that wasn't even on my list. And I got to give props where they're due because I'm watching leaders being born in this room every day. All right. And today I was impressed. I was impressed on my great list, which I worked very hard for. You know, one of our top traders in here, this guy right here, he comes, he's like, I love your list, but I'm going to go after GIS, General Mills. And I'm like, okay. Now, over the years, I've traded General Mills and I don't find a lot of range. But today, what Mark did, and if you listen to his webinar, which I did twice, okay, he is the epitome of what I want everyone to be one day. Just work at it, study. Listen to his first 3 minutes. He says in his webinar, General Mills was gapping down. I went over to the report and read it the way AJ has taught me to read. Based on what I read, I felt that the stock was oversold. So when it opened and it pulled, I bought the weakness. I took size, and it was my only trade for the day. Jesus. Do you know how proud I am? I feel like a proud papa right now. I'm 53 years old. Here is another leader being born, another teacher in the making. He did exactly what he's learned how to do. And you want to see the execution of his trade and why I'm giving him props and why am I starting the webinar on his trade and not my own about, oh, look at my call, look at my call. No, this is about the people, about the subscribers. This is their room. I'm their coach. You know, when somebody goes, well, I'm a mentor, you know, fuck off. Fuck you and your mentor bullshit. You've been training for 3 years. You're just a fucking child. You're not a mentor. I'm not even a mentor. You know, maybe if I was training for 35 years, okay, call me a mentor. But don't call me one at 15, 16 years in the business. Come on. Spending 10 years struggling my fucking ass off trying to figure out this shit. No, no, I'm a teacher. I'm a coach. I see the shit now. It's clear to me. In 10 years, call me a mentor. I got whipped into shape by a mentor who was trading 25 years before, and he showed me the ropes. It's like, and I didn't even get to talk to him. I just watched him through messages. But boy, God, did I learn so much. I learned how to scale in. I learned how to top off. I learned when to scale out, what to look for. I got the basics, and then I took it to another level, to the point where after being with that person almost 6 years, 6 months to a year, that person started asking me what my watch list was. And that's when I knew I was ready to run my room. That's when I knew I was ready. When this man gets up in the morning and says, "What is your watch list? What are you looking at?" And then says, "Great stuff." And then says to me, "I traded off of those 2 calls." I'm ready. I'm ready to bring out AJ Trader. That was my moment when he said that, because I realized I had finally arrived. But it took so fucking long and so much money. Shit. But hey, you want to learn this business, you got to bleed in it first, you know? So what I try to do in the chat room is not have you bleed so much. Yeah, you're going to suffer a little bit. There's going to be a trial and error. You're going to get frustrated. You're going to fucking throw the shit at your computer. You're going to yell in the mirror and scream and say, "Man, I'm a piece of shit." But you're really not. You're not. You're going through, because you know what it is you believe in yourself. And when you have that kind of emotion, it's because you believe in yourself. You believe in yourself. And I believed in, and I don't want to get emotional because I don't get emotional, but you know, my son is everything to me. And when I was bleeding, my little boy would write me little stickies. I have piles of them, hundreds of them, and every day he'd write me words on my sticky. Then I'd go to bed and he'd write a sticky, and I'd get up and it'd be there. Some of them made me cry. And it was all about, "I believe in you. You're going to be great. You are great. You just don't see it yet, Daddy, yet I see it in you." And he'd write all these different ways and means. I still keep them to this day in a big shoebox. And to this day, he still writes me stuff. It's that kind of power and inspiration. That's why I tell everyone when they're trading, surround yourself with people that fucking believe in you, not people that doubt you. All right? You don't want that kind of environment. You want, because you've got enough on your plate to execute the trade, to see the trade, and to make money. You don't have time for this. "I don't think that's going to work. I don't think that's going to work. No, that's not going to work." Fuck you, dude. Let me work. Let me see for myself. Let me go in a room that can teach me how to trade. So, what Mark did today was a perfect example of what Awesome Calls is all about. This is a gentleman to me that is becoming a leader, right? Here he sees the report. There's the gap down. He calls for a pull at the open in the room. And do you know what his entry was? $48.98. And where is it now? Almost 3 points higher. Now, this is what I taught him. Do you know how proud I am? Do you know how proud I am? And he even says, "After reading the report, I made the decision it was oversold." I don't give a fuck what chat room you're in outside of our room. I don't give a fuck. There is no one that can teach you the way we teach you in Awesome Calls. And this is a perfect example of being taught the proper way of being able to read a stock. And he didn't put all his VWAPs, his EMAs, and all these lines and all these. I didn't sell him a DVD. I didn't sell him any kind of, you know, options ideas, $4.99, how to read SPY. I didn't. No, it was just every day I worked with him and worked with him and worked with him like I do everybody else in this room. Till one day they're going to be like this. It doesn't happen overnight in Awesome Calls. It's not. The 1 dayers and 1 weekers, that's nice. I'm happy you're here. And I hope I earn your business after a week or a day. But you need to be in here on a daily basis, at least 30 to 60 days, at least. And after that, if you don't get it, then maybe I'm the problem. Or maybe you just have such a mental block that you need me to go one-on-one with you. When I go one-on-one with you, yeah, it's not easy because I'm coming at you. Some of these traders in this great room, I've had to break over the years. I've had to really push them hard to that limit where it's a do or die, and bam, they got it. But each individual is different, you know, and you know, it's just really important that you understand the reason behind the move. And when you know that the stock is going to make its move to the upside and it's oversold, imagine the amount of shares you trade. And the amount of shares you trade equates to more money. If you take a 300 share trade and you get 2 points on a 4-point move or 3-point move, like it's doing now, you make $600. Excuse me, $500 a day is equal to about 9 to 10,000 a month. Is your fucking job paying you 9 to 10,000 a month? And what do you need for it? A $500? What do you need? A $500 account? A $1,000 cash account to give you 20,000? What is it? 1,000 will probably give you about 25,000 buying power. You only need 250 shares to make $500, which is only like 11 or 12 grand. Anybody could have took this trade. Anybody, including myself. I have never been so proud of an individual as I am today. Congratulations to Mark. Okay. Anyway, the next trade that we did, got to give a shout out to our small cap crew, the great B Trades and Raphael. B Trades caught this morning on a breakout with volume on the volume bar kick right there. He caught it right there, 20,000. And then he went after it right here. This is when he called it out in the room. He told us here in not pre-market, at the open, get a look of Expa, but he really didn't want us to play it because he saw the bar was like 20,000 and less. So we knew that was kind of a retail shop playing. But right about here off this flag breakouts when he notified the room at $3, and the stock has paid us very, very well. Usually when I come back from break, I like to take a trade, and I did live in the chat room, and I went long right here, right there, $4 and I think it was 451, right there, 455. And as soon as I took it, it started to pull. I didn't add, but I did set my stops. I gave myself about 50 cents, and I saw it curling around, and I was patient, and I sold on the pop. I was really happy with the trade. And let me tell you something: 1,000 shares, 400 or 40 cents. That's 400. So I caught 31 cents on it. So I was really happy with it. I sold right into the pop, and then it even got more. I wish I could have stayed, but coulda, woulda, shoulda doesn't pay the bills. And I like coming back from a break and making a trade live in the room. And it makes me feel really good. But anyway, stock has a lot of. I think the stock has room to 6. I think the Great Dark Side called out 610 before he left. When I took over the room back again, he was going over this trade, and he said, "I think 610." So for me, I'm not going to play it anymore. And I enjoyed it. I did it live. I played it twice, and I netted $591 on the trade. So I'm really happy with the trade. So thank you. Anyway, just wanted to give those two. Semiconductors were just on a rage today, and I mean MU's been on a tear all day. I really wanted to short MU today, and it just it really brought the sector up across the board. I'm talking AMD, WDC, and they went up a little bit more than I expected. But I think in the next couple of days they should be able to calm back down. But we did nail the pops out of the gate. I did call out pops out of the gate. The topping, you could just see, yeah, we got quick pulls, but they just weren't what we were looking for on the backside of it. But one of the good trades that stood out today too was I really like to play was FedEx. Again, this is exactly what we teach in Awesome Calls Trading. The notes were really clear on this, that the stock would gap fill from it was about 159, 160. I told everyone in the chat room the stock should gap fill right around 156, 157. They had decent earnings, but this morning, once it pulled, matter of fact, in pre-market, I was finishing my, I actually typed my note. Within 5 minutes, it already pulled to 157. And from there, I said, just wait for the big pull at the open and we'll go long. And it yanked another 3, 4 more points. It was a really great trade. And we went long. I played it twice. And I chased it here. And then I went here. And it was just an absolutely stunning trade. And Palmer played this too. He explained it in his webinar. And it went right back up. And now it's that high of the day. And that was the call. I gap fill it, pull it, bottom curl, go long, high of the day. And if you look at the notes, they were it was well written in pre-market that way. FedEx right there. See? And I even told you it was going to go to 161 today. See? Gap fill it to 157 and under, go long, and goes to 161. You don't believe me? Look at the stock now. See, this is exactly what we do. And you're not going to learn this wherever you're at because let's keep it right. Let's keep it real. Your rooms don't want you to know this kind of shit because if you do, you're smarter than them. Let me tell you something. I've said this a million times. A trader comes in here after 6 months, he can go actually run your chat room. He would run circles around your moderators. He'd be like, well, why aren't we looking at FedEx on the pullback? What? Fuck you. Mute that guy. Mute that lady. We don't do that in here. Shut the fuck up. Trust me. Trust me. Many years ago when I started to call out stuff like that, people didn't want to hear it because that's not what they're trained to. All right? They don't want to learn stuff like this. But in here, that's what we do. That's what we do. It's a beautiful trade. I'll show you another one that turned out perfect too. Just absolutely stunning. OLED. Now, these next two you're going to look at and go, you're just going to laugh at. But it's okay. It's okay. What was that? FedEx. Yeah. So what I did on this one is OLED had a decent move, and then it sold off yesterday. And then when MU came out and the market was up, the stock had popped and was gapping up right here at 181.37. So you know what I said? I said, you know what? I like the stock to pop at the open to 183 and then sell off to 178.50 and then long back to 183. You don't believe me? Look what I wrote. To a T. OLED. Gapping up 4. This stock will pop to 183. So if you want to go short, you could start at 181 and add to 183 for 182 average. It says it right there. See it? 183. And then the stock will go to 178.50. Bottom curl, all day move to the upside. I'm sorry. This is like a puzzle, a 2-piece puzzle. Actually, 3 pieces. Okay, short here, cover here, long here. Short here, add here, cover here, long here. It's like 3-piece puzzle. You can't get any more clear on a call. Sometimes I think this stuff is so simple that traders don't even take it because it's so simple shit. They'll go, oh yeah, okay, whatever. Yeah, OLED. Okay, watch the trade now. Ding, 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 ding. Guess where it hit? 183. Guess where it pulled? 179. Missed it by 50 cents. Pretty cool, huh? You want another one? How about my overnight? You want to see this shit? Bob Smitty's playing 70 calls right now. I bought him this morning. ABBV. Now, ABBV bought yesterday AGN, right? So yesterday, look at the sell-off. Okay, in my world, traders, I'm 16 years in the business. I don't fuck around. I first called a short to 68. When it pulled to this 66 area, I'm like, no, 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 no. This is bullshit. It's too far down. We're going to get some analyst upgrades. Hang tight. Start longing it at 66. I went live in the chat room right here at $66.11. Okay, right there. When I went live in the room, right there, 66.11, it pulled. I overnighted it. I did not add. I didn't need to get out. I took decent size. I knew it was going to pop. I felt very confident. Again, I have to reiterate, because I know what the stock's going to do, I can size in with confidence. You see that? If you know where the stock's going to go, and I don't listen to people's opinions. I don't go on Twitter and go, well, this guy thinks it's going to go to 50. Well, this guy thinks it's going to go to 62. Well, this guy, I don't fucking care what you think. I don't pay you for me to get your opinions. So fuck off. I care about what I think and what I've learned, what I've studied. So I'm going to tell the chat room, this is why I own a chat room. Who the fuck can make a call like that? Right? Do you think you're a mentor out there? No. They're not equipped for this shit. They can't handle it. And if you ask them, why didn't you call that? Fuck off, you're muted for a year. That's what they'll say to you. All right? This is growing up shit. All right? This is trading at another level. And you know, I was so not only just right, look at the gap up over $1.30, and now you're at 68. It's over 2 points up. Not only was I right, but I had the backing of the analysts to back me up. That's right. ABBV right there. Linux said the same thing. I'm upgrading the stock. This is an $88 price target. Buy the weakness. Didn't I just say that yesterday? Yeah. These are the people I pay attention to, not fucking people on Twitter. I want like Mike traders, people that think like me. Right? This is a me thinker. I agree. This guy could just turn around. I agree with AJ. Right? Fucking oversold. It's $88. Let's go. So what is he doing? He's telling his clients to buy the weakness. Goes out on the floor, and now look at it. That's right. Where's it going? Probably to $70 a share. Filling this gap right here. You see my point? If you know where the fucking stock's going to go, you have no fear when you trade. Where's your fear? Fuck is wrong with you? Huh? You can't take 100 shares, 6,000 buying power, and make a couple $100? Watch it go to 70? Bob Spinney's going to make 10, 12,000 on this trade because he's got 70 calls on it. Because he has no fear. He's paying me $6 a day. Where's this fucker going? 70. Okay, thank you. No fucking fear. That's trading. You want another one? Look at this crap. AVAV. You want to see trading next level? Look at AVAV. Okay, so this one had earnings, right? Earnings report comes out, right? I read the report, just like Mark read General Mills, right? So I read the report, and I'm looking at the report, and I'm going, what the fuck is wrong with this report? You're capping down 8 points? Are you serious right now? So, you know what I said? You know what I said? I said long the stock, and open. You know what? Let me show you what I wrote in writing in front of hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of traders in pre-market. You ready? I don't think you can handle this. AVAV, right? Look what I wrote. This stock will gap fill back to 60. Okay, imagine you believe in that fucking call and you go, fuck that. And you have a large account, you take 10,000 shares. Okay, AJ, fucking take me to promised land. I want to make 20 G's in the morning. And I have clients in here that do that. Okay? Don't think for a second I don't have clients that have that kind of money. So they're like, okay, if I take it to 60 and cash out, where the fuck is the stock going to go? You want to know where it's going to go? Where's the stock going to go, AJ? Where's it going to go? 55? You're so full of fuck. So you're going to tell me if I make 20,000 and then I 10,000 short it, I'm going to make 50,000 more today? I can make 70 on this trade. Listen, I don't fucking care what you share, how many shares you trade. I'm just telling you where it's going to go. Well, where's your fucking VWAPs and EWAPs and EMAs and your lines? Uh, I, uh, I'm just fucking telling you where it's going to go. Okay? I've already scripted the trade. It took me 2 seconds. All right. Swear to God, you better hit it. Okay. Ready? Ding, 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 ding. AVAV. You ready? Oh my God. Are you serious? 3 points. That's 30 G's. He's done. No. No, 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 no. You said it would go to 55. I want to fucking cash out at 55. 10,000 shares on a short. Okay. What's that? I'm sorry, what's that? 55. Oh my God. 55. And then it bounced. Oh my God. I don't know what to tell you. Shit's in front of me. I just read it. You know, that's just. I'll give you one more, but I don't want you to freak out, okay? Because I'm not a market maker. I just can tell you where it's going to go. All right. So don't get upset. Zoom. I read this one, scripted it perfect. Oh my God. Stock was gapping up. I look at this gap up and I'm like, holy shit, I'm playing this today. Do you know when the stock was sitting at 86 and 86 this morning, at right here at 86.40? You know what I said? I wrote the stock's going to 88 at the open. It's going to flush down to 85, and then it's going to go fucking long and take out the high. I scripted it. So all I told you was it's a three-piece puzzle. Pop it open to 88, scale in short to 85, and long back to high of the day. You don't believe me? Watch how I scripted it in front of hundreds of traders. Here it is. Number 5. Pop it open to 88, gap fill to 85, and long it back all the way. And I even said this is going to be fun today. Fun making money because you knew where the stock was going to go before it went. There you go. This is why we're called Awesome Calls Trading. Okay? It's exactly what we do. We give you the calls. We give you the ideas. Not every call is going to work. You know, some of our shit kind of fucking Alibaba. It popped, but it didn't flush the way we wanted it to. MU didn't popped a little bit more than we wanted to. AMD's working good. If you add it into your short, we did beyond. TDD was great. Um, but for the most part, if something doesn't work, that's why I always have 10 or 12. If something don't work and it doesn't start working, I'll click it, cut it off. Like I wanted NVIDIA today, and I couldn't break that sucker. Ripster and a few other traders were shorting it. They did pretty good right here. Jenny called the topping right there, but I was green once, twice, and then it ripped me, and then I became flat. And I don't know, I just couldn't nail the short, so it didn't break down. I'm sure it'll fill this gap later, but today it was just too strong. So, but sometimes that happens. And right now, Beyond's ripping in our room, so I mean, I could chase that, but I've already hit my goal for today, so I don't need to overtrade. And that's our webinar today. And so, thank you. I hope you had fun, enjoyed. I love teaching and showing you, but be a part of our great room, and I'll show you every day. Okay? Thank you very much. I will see you tomorrow. Awesome calls.